In-Her-Khaou's tomb, number 359. In-Her-Khaou was the owner of tomb number 299 and the overseer of the Lord of the Two Lands in the abode or place of truth. He lived in the 19th and 20th dynasties, often known as the Ramesside era, and more precisely in the 20th dynasty under the reigns of Ramesses III and Ramesses IV. After descending to his tomb, we arrive at the chamber that precedes the burial chamber. There, we see the remnants of a scene where the dead was burning incense in front of two rows of kings, queens, and princes, including Queen Amosnefertari, dressed in black, King Ramesses I, Menpadi Re, Mentuhotep Nebibitra, Amenhotep I, and Sekenenra. Regarding the front wall, there are fragments of multiple scenes that show the dead man playing drafts or senate with his wife and later with a group of his relatives while seated in a chair inside a boat. This room ceiling is striking due to its geometric and floral patterns in vibrant colors. It depicts the heads of the Apis bull. We descend to the small, rectangular burial room, which has a flat roof. The Berlin Museum currently displays the scenes that were painted on the entry wall and depict King Amenhotep I and his mother Amosnefertari. The scenes on the right wall depicts in the first register the deceased worshipping the bird Ba that is standing above a gate or pylon. Next, it shows him worshipping Ta. After that, there is a scene of a bird on a hill. Finally, the deceased worships two lions with the sign Ak between them, which represents the disk of the sun rising from the horizon. The ancient Egyptians referred to the scene as Acre, or the Book of the Earth. In the middle register the dead is depicted worshipping Hathor and a sacred snake, then kneeling and worshipping four jackals, which are said to represent the god Anubis, then a god with a falcon's head opening the mummy's mouth, then the dead is seated in front of the Ka sign, and finally a falcon is above the Imentet, the sign of the west. In the third register the deceased and his wife are shown in front of the offering table, then a family scene of the dead, his wife, their three daughters, and son, all of whom are young and have not yet reached puberty, all of whom are shown in their undies. It is one of the tomb's most beautiful and well-known scenes is this one. The narrow wall has a double scene that show the deceased holding an incense burner in front of Ta and Osiris, respectively. One of his sons is always behind him, and Osiris' vibrant hues are visible. The most significant of the three registers of different scenes on the left wall, are in the first register, which shows the deceased rising from his tomb at dawn, as proof of his resurrection after death, followed by him, his wife, and their son inside a boat, a scene of a scarab at the end of the minute, a scene of a scarab at the end of the minute necklace, Jehudi, or Thud leading the deceased to worship the god Osiris, two sacred boats, one holding the deceased and a group of gods, and the other displaying the remains of a falcon's head and a snake's tail. In the middle row we see the deceased worshipping the lotus flower and the spirits of Nakan with the heads of jackals and the bird Bennu, followed by the god Anubis offering the deceased's heart to the mummy of the deceased and the deceased worshipping the falcon Horus. A predatory cat using a knife to kill a snake beneath the sacred tree Isht is depicted alongside a net of empty skins, below it the foreman of the city of truth, Nakht Emmut at the bottom. The scenes of the third register depict the deceased and his wife in three different scenes. In front of the deceased and his wife, we see the priests utilizing the Hes vessel for purification and burning incense. After that, the couple watches the harpist perform,